Stay tuned in. This whole video all the way to the end is crazy. Someone help me explain this, right? Because I know I'm going to have everybody in the comment section saying I'm always coming at Lil Durk and want Lil Durk to go to jail. So it's not about trying to see somebody go to jail or not. It's about speaking facts, right? So first, DaeDae is accused of dropping Duck's low. Then it turned out it was THFTZ. Then DaeDae gets shot by his own nephew because Muap in him is actually DaeDae's nephew. I just showed proof the other day that DaeDae is actually Muap's uncle. Now it turns out, and I heard about this before, but I never actually seen the picture. Now it turns out that DaeDae is around Lil Durk DaeDae and all of them at the same wedding. So you guys don't find this real suspect that DaeDae is the one that's next to Duck, gets shot with Duck? Was he placed there to make sure you keep an eye on Duck? I'm starting to think that DaeDae was put there to keep an eye on Duck because let's not forget, DaeDae did say that THFTZ asked him for a ride right before that. So you had a conversation with TZ. What else did TZ say? Did he tell you to go over there and keep an eye on Duck because you had the boys coming down? And you wanted to make sure that, you sparked the conversation with Duck to keep an eye on him or whatnot. And then it just happened that O-Block didn't know you was part of the setup because that's what you and TZ spoke about. And then they just shot you by accident. And then they probably gave you a bag after that. Like, yo, here, take this. Keep your mouth shut. We apologize. We know that you Muap's family or whatnot. We needed to get understand and say that, that TZ did get chased by someone with a gun, which that is true. He did get chased because TZ didn't mention getting chased on the phone till after he already had called O-Block to come down. I already broke that down too. If you didn't watch it, go check out the video. TZ didn't make that phone call till after he already had O-Block on the way down it. And that's when he's talking to DaeDae and he's explaining to DaeDae that he was chased as he was trying to keep an eye on Duck when Duck pulled off and left Maliani's and came back and parked in front of Doja Gavanos, right? So I already broke that down. You guys could go check that out. But I'm starting to think that DaeDae is more involved than we actually think. He's playing the victim. They got him down as a victim because he got shot. But I'm starting to think that he was more involved and has something to do with this than we actually know. So you telling me that Lil Durk was around Muap. Muap gets off his jet, gets arrested for the murder of Duck. You telling me Lil Durk was in Atlanta, gets arrested for a whole shooting with Bezu and King Von. Those charges get dropped. Durk's name keeps coming up in different murder investigations and different things. And you telling me that the feds are not on to Durk? The people that were involved with killing 051 Melly's cousin, who they thought was the one responsible for killing DaeDae, those kids are being charged for murder for hire. I broke that down too. I dropped a video on that too. If you didn't see it, go check that out. Those two kids, one is on the run and the other one, they're being charged with murder for hire by the feds. Who hired them? Who they saying paid them to kill 051 Melly's cousin, who they thought was responsible for killing DaeDae? Durk was celebrating that night too. Is this the reason why Lil Durk hasn't got indicted in any other case? Because the feds already know that they're about to try to indict him for murder for hire? They thought they were killing the person responsible for killing DaeDae, so they thought they were moving on Durk's behalf. Did they mention Lil Durk and Lil Durk is going to go down for that murder for hire? I know Durk had to be questioned some way, somehow, when it has something to do with any of these cases right here that I'm talking about. He had to be questioned, or either his lawyer had to answer questions for him, and he knows they're on to him some way, somehow. Or either he's the fucking police. I'm sorry to say, because there's no way you got somebody whose name keeps coming up in different cases and different investigations, and they're not on to this guy yet. The streets and the whole industry knows Durk allegedly is the one that be dropping bag on all his ops. And you telling me that the cops is not on to him? You telling me that DaeDae this whole time was around Durk, was around DaeDae, was the one that was standing next to Duck when he got shot? DaeDae was the one that everybody kept saying at the beginning that was responsible for dropping Duck's location. So you telling me that DaeDae is around DaeDae, he's around Durk, he's out there at a wedding. You telling me that they didn't slide him a 50,000, they didn't slide him a little 10. You telling me that they didn't, dap him up and say, yo, I'm sorry for what happened or whatever, but you know, you took one for the team. You think that those type of conversations weren't happening when they saw him? Come on, man, you gotta be crazy if you don't think they were having those type of conversations, joking around or whatnot. And I showed you guys the other day, he low-key don't like 63rd or Duck. Duck gets killed right next to you, and he never posts anything about him, but yet you posting RP to King Von. Yo, DaeDae being next to Durk DaeDae is suspect, man. And Durk is definitely about to go down in some type of indictment, bro. The kid that was charged with killing 051 Melly's cousin is in pictures with OTF members. He's allegedly in the AHA video, but he's definitely in pictures with OTF members around OTF and all that. Let me see. Durk gets away with the Atlanta case. He gets away with a whole shootout in his house around guns as a convicted felon, doesn't go to jail. The guy that's responsible for killing the guy who they thought killed DaeDae, that guy's around OTF members in pictures and all that. Durk brings $1 million back to Tay-Town. They're saying he's in Durk's AHA video, and he gets arrested for murder for hire for killing 051 Melly's cousin, who they thought killed DaeDae. Okay, so that's another one. What else we got? Durk's around DaeDae, the guy who they thought was responsible for dropping Durk's location. Then we got Muap. Muap's around Durk. He gets off Durk's jet. Right after he hops off Durk's jet, what happens? He gets arrested for the Durk murder. So you telling me Durk's around and is involved around all these killings, all these different investigations, and he hasn't got questioned? Or he's not being investigated? We got bloggers getting picked up and questioned about our investigations. And you telling me Durk hasn't got picked up yet? Alright, I'll let you tell it. Let me know what y'all think, man. Durk's either got to be the police, he's got a RICO coming, or he's paying them a whole lot of money, man. But this shit's strange. There's no way. Y'all know how we coming, man. Bust you till it's kitty. I want you guys to read these comments and tell me that these comments underneath the OTF members' pictures where the guy who is being charged with killing 051 Melly's cousin. Check out the comments on how they self-snitching on these comments. Read these comments. And make sure y'all hit the like, because ain't nobody breaking it down like your boy is. Subscribe.